Yo, 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 yo. Welcome to the 317 Sports Project with Penn Pops. I am Penn.
I be Pops.
What is going down, y'all? Your favorite sports and news talk show. You know what, man? Happy mother cuffin' anniversary.
Yeah.
It is our 1 year anniversary, friends. We made it. Holy shit. We got balloons in the background.
We got some stuff.
We got the boy Sabonis' jersey hanging up. We're continuing to add. The balloons aren't staying, but the Sabonis jersey.
No, I can't say that we'll be a balloon type show moving forward. I don't think that's what we'll do. But for special occasions, it's nice to have a balloon. I like balloons.
We got the 1 year anniversary episode in the background. Switched up the colors a little bit for today. This is fucking fantastic. I told some people at the coffee shop, Grandview Grind. Shout outs to Grandview Grind. They actually said they were going to listen, which was really weird to me, but they did. Or watch. But I told them it was our 1 year episode, and they actually were low key mad ecstatic about it. So they asked some questions. You know, it's crazy, bro. A freaking year.
We've been in this a year. Yeah, and I know we're going to kind of talk about some memories and stuff, but it's like the videos have been coming up on my Facebook like memories, and I'm just like, holy shit. Like, okay, wow, okay.
Well, I got a little something, you know. This is mad special. Like I said, when we started, we had absolutely zero expectations. You hit me up a few years ago, and you were like, hey, bro, I want to start a podcast show. I want to start something focused on Indianapolis sports. And I was like, I'm in. You know, everything for me is a passion project. So I was like, I dig that. We can do that. Hang out with my bro. And then, you know, that was like 2019. And then life happens. You know, COVID kicked us in the ass a little bit. Yeah. We had some mental health and some real life shit go on. So that fell by the wayside, right? And then you hit me up like, you know, January, right? Like at the end of 2021 or whatever, you're like, you ready to go? And I was like, yeah, let me figure out this branding and shit real quick. Yeah. But we go look back. I go look at Buzzsprout and look at YouTube to set up logos and all that shit. We had all of that shit created and completely forgot about it.
Oh yeah, it's amazing when 2019 hit. We hit the logo. We had stuff done. I mean, we were ready to go, and then it was like, I was just not in a good spot, and that's fine. And it didn't feel right for me to be on camera yet. And I was like, okay, you know, let's postpone this. And then I was like, I just woke up and the lightning hit.
He's like, hey man, I kind of want to do a recap on the Colts season. Like, you want to shoot a video? And I was like, of course. Like, is this an episode of the 317 Sports Project, or is this just like some shit? He's like, fuck it, man.
Let's just make it an episode.
Let's run this bitch. A year later, we're here. We're still rocking out. We're growing the show, making new friends, and having a blast. So big ups to you, Pops, man. We appreciate the hell out of you. For sure. He doesn't really like attention. That's why I keep giving it to him. You see, he doesn't do this well. He doesn't like stuff being about him. But
I'm not gonna be one of those people unless you got liquid courage sheriff out there.
Fair.
That's a whole different
Sheriff Darky's a very confident motherfucker for sure.
If you see me, I might not approach you, and it's not anything to do with that. It's just not my thing. You get it, especially if it's tequila. I'm a different person.
Mic checks, which brings us to mic check-ins, man. How you doing out here in these mean streets? Speaking of tequila,
I am drinking Body Armor. I still don't feel quite right.
So we went to Naptown over the weekend. Some of you know that. We went to Naptown like 7 deep. We had homies coming in from North Dakota, Louisville, Lexington, Kentucky, Naptown, and Columbus here in the 614. And we all met up in Naptown for the Pacers versus Cleveland game. Yeah. Some got there Saturday, some got there Sunday, and let me tell you, there's some parts of the weekend I don't fully remember. I can 100% say that with 100% confidence.
I've got no blank spots. I'm usually one to keep pretty hydrated at the end of the night. I snap back into like kind of just drinking water. So
Pops.
I get pops.
You get real responsible.
And I do. I get real caretaker mode. Mm-hmm. So like, how's everybody doing? Everybody okay? Mm-hmm. Who's ordering the Uber? I want to make sure somebody's got their wits. I ain't trying to lose nobody in downtown Indianapolis. So I check back in. So I've got no blank spots. But it's probably the most alcohol I've consumed in quite a long time.
A lot of Kilroys. Shout out to Kilroys.
Shout out to Kilroys. Damn, y'all. Like I mean, fuck. Y'all got a lot of our money this weekend.
So we're sitting at the spot at the Airbnb, and one of the homies, Jayhan, big ups, homie, is like, I want some wings. Where are we gonna go? They start looking around. I wasn't even thinking about it, and then it absolutely hit me. I was like, I got the best wings in the city. Like, there's no question. Like, I've got y'all. We're gonna Uber to Kilroy's. If you don't love your wings, I'm buying all y'all niggas wings.
Yeah.
I got you. They fell in love so much at Kilroy's that we went there 2 more times, and we ate at Kilroy's 3 times in less than a day and a half. So, big ups to Kilroy's.
Yeah. Yep.
That's true.
Yep.
So yeah, we're both doing great. Everything's good. Pops is actually in a great space. He says with clarity that he's what did you say? These moments of clarity can have such a breathtaking effect. What's that on? That's nice. What's that? What you talking about? Where's that coming from?
No, that's when
beautiful.
You right.
Yeah, that's fucking.
I can right. I can get poetic.
That's
here.
Beautiful.
No, when you see and find your purpose in life, it's like all of the pieces fit to the puzzle that you couldn't find.
Touché.
That last piece that you've been searching for that fell underneath the couch, but like you got that one space, you're like, shit, I need this oblong shape. I didn't have my oblong shaped puzzle piece. When you find your purpose and like, okay, and then you go attack it, that's what I'm doing. Like, the clarity just kicks in. It's very breathtaking.
My ninja. Yeah.
Yeah.
I concur all the way through. That's beautiful. Show summary. What we got on deck today besides clowning and talking about all of the last year, how dope this shit has been?
We got a lot of stuff going on in the sports world. So we're going to do a little women's hoop. Got to give our props to the ladies out there.
Got to.
NBA trade deadline. Good Lord. NBA and NFL referees.
It's bad, bro. It's bad. They're doing
QBs
way too much.
in history, and then we'll do a little Naptown news.
Naptown news. Can't wait for that one. Let me tell you. Womp, womp, womp. Shout-outs. Man, we'll give shout-outs throughout the show to some dope-ass people that we've met along the way, but I got to give a shout-out to us. Like, We're here. It's been a freaking year. That is absolutely not easy to show up every other week. You got 11 million things going on with work, tired as hell, running the bank some days, all types of stuff at home with, family and stuff for both of us. I got 11 million things going on myself, but we show up. And to be completely forthcoming, this is actually like a breath of fresh air for me every 2 weeks. Like I know that I get to clown for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
I know it's going to be some good energy. You know what I mean? Even if I don't have the energy, I know that when we press go, it's gonna be some good energy,
right?
And I love the fact that every other week on Tuesday or whatever the case may be, that I know that I'm getting that. The research ain't always fun, you know what I mean? But I actually do enjoy it to some capacity. So yeah man, I'm having a blast.
Yeah,
we'll give more shout outs at the end of this bitch. I'm sure.
I love that
for sure.
Yeah.
Around the world, doggy dog.
Yeah, around the world.
You want to get into it, or did I miss something?
I don't think you did.
All right,
from the corner.
Let's get them.
Women's hoops.
Holy shit.
Ladies be ballin'. Just let your soul glow. Ladies be ballin'.
Bro.
Damn.
Like flat out hooping. I get so irritated when I'm on social media and people are talking about they don't want to watch the women's Final Four, the women's Elite Eight, or like key games that are on ESPN or WNBA games. Like, these ladies can hoop, bro.
Yeah, I have found in the last couple seasons, and this season particularly, that's a hard word.
Particularly?
Yeah. Particularly.
Particularly.
This season, I've been paying a lot more attention to women's hoops, and it is just like the brand of basketball that they're playing is phenomenal.
Because they have to really play, because it can't just be athleticism and dunking on people. They have to literally have fundamentals and skill to hoop, bro.
Yes.
It's unbelievable.
It is actually like basketball.
Like
as
good,
we know it.
Good basketball. Handles, shooting skills. Like, they actually pick people. That's very interesting between the men's game and the women's game. Women players actually set screens on something besides air.
It's true.
These fools set screens and roll before they even touch a person. These young ladies actually screen a human being, and they roll upon necessity.
Well, they let that play
develop.
You have to let the play develop. The pick and roll, NBA moves too fast, which is why you get a lot of foul calls on the screen.
Fact.
Because the point guard then has to make the decision as they see how the person's reacting to the pick on is the center. Am I going to move to my, say if it's, high pick and roll right, you're coming to your right. Now, am I watching that body movement? Is he sneaking over or under the screen? Is that going to be open for me to have a shot or my big man to have the roll? There has to be a moment of being able to assess, and also who's coming to help. What's the other player's defender doing?
Preach.
Right? So, are they coming off the right? Am I going to have a lane where that opened up? There's so much that has to happen in a matter of 2 seconds that it moves too fast sometimes for the NBA, and you get a lot of foul calls. The play develops when you watch the ladies play this and set that screen. It's phenomenal.
He's absolutely right. That was a very well said little segment that you just break down right there of X's and O's with Pops. Is that what you just did right there?
Yeah.
That was fire, my ninja. Word up. And we got ladies dunking. We got ladies in high school out here dunking with 2 hands and stuff. I'm all the way in. What's up with these OSU women, bro?
Yeah, so we went to go see OSU women take on Purdue. That was when they were still undefeated. They were at 19-0 at the time.
Jesus.
Taylor Ferry?
Sure.
Led the way with OSU women with 18 points, 6 for 8 from field goal, which is amazing. She had a most efficient game out of everybody. 7 rebounds, 3 blocks, 2 steals. Ellis led the way for Purdue with 26 points, going 5 from 8 from 3-point. Very lazy first half. It was one of those things where if they would have played the whole game like they played in the second half, they started putting pressure all the way up the floor. Weren't making passes very easy. They're playing passing lane a lot more efficiently and attacked passing lanes. I mean, it was a completely different team, but you dug yourself a hole. You allowed Purdue to shoot close to 55. At one point, it was 60% during first half. But I think it ended up being about 54-ish%, something like that, from 3.
Jesus. He said from 3.
From 3.
He saved that. You see him save that for the end? Like Jesus.
It was completely different, and then had a chance. I think they got it down to under 5 points with about 2 minutes left. And I mean, at that point, it's kind of like
tired. You burnt it out. You burnt it out for sure. You're
played
exhausted.
2 quarters of trying to come back. It's too much.
No doubt. Are they small and quick? Is that what they play? Small and quick.
Yeah, they've got the one big girl who has the last name that I can't pronounce.
It's okay.
Dark hair, ponytail, like a Viking, something. Yeah,
but they're small. They play that small, quick
like
game.
a Ukrainian type of last name.
We're still doing
Eastern
it.
European,
We're still doing it.
Like Slavic.
We're still.
Very Slavic name.
Still doing it.
Yeah.
So they've lost about 4 in a row, probably. They're in a slump. They're in a slump. The homie JC Sheldon out of Dublin, she just came back, but it's gonna take him a little bit. Caitlin Clark, man, out of Iowa.
You watched her?
Of course.
I mean,
she's Steph Curry.
It's ridiculous.
She's Caitlin Curry. There's no question about it.
Yeah.
She's Caitlin Curry. Junior out of Iowa, 27.5 points a game, 8 rebounds, 8.2 assists. She's literally a walking triple-double. I mean, let's just call it what it is. She had 42, 7, and 8 against Maryland.
And 2 steals a game. She's everywhere.
Oh, you even put it in here. If you watch her, it's like watching Steph pull up. Yeah, she's special.
Yeah, she had 42 against, which I watched, the Maryland game. Maryland's ranked 8. I mean, they ain't no joke. And you threw up 42 because, again, it's like watching especially a young Steph. He's still really good, but it's like, oh, I've got the freedom to just pull up from any. It's ridiculous to see
for sure
what she has to do, and to see the difference in how you have to shoot as a female from that far out, because you're gonna put more of your body into that shot because it's not as much arm strength, right?
100%.
So you're seeing her lean forward and shoot.
She's pulling,
and it's like. That you practice?
She's pulling.
Right.
She's pulling. And it's a quick shot, too.
Right.
Caitlin is pulling.
And cute.
Caitlin.
I've looked at her Instagram. She's really cute.
She is really cute. You want to move on? You was to stay on Caitlin for a little while?
No, I just wanted to make sure people are talking about her. Because I still people talk about her, but I think just in general, she's this good and I still don't hear her name enough.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like.
She's lucky Paige Beckers is hurt.
Right.
Because Paige Beckers is a monster, and
yeah.
if Paige Beckers wasn't hurt, she'd be taking a lot of these stories from everybody because it's UConn and Paige Beckers is that raw.
Yeah.
Indiana Fever.
Yeah.
I love that you put this in here. I really am. I'm really happy that you put some Indiana Fever stuff in here.
Yeah. Re-signed Victoria Vivians, which was there. She's been on the roster for a little bit here. They just re-signed her. Very role player-esque type person, scoring 10 points, 3 boards, 2 assists a game. But it's one of those like
probably a great attitude.
Great attitude.
She knows the program.
Locker room.
Great attitude. Yep.
This is the one that I didn't understand.
I love
much.
this. This is hilarious to me. We talk about this. Go ahead. This is so fucking.
Maya
stupid.
Caldwell got re-signed. She was on Charlotte last season.
She was.
She was a 3rd pick overall for the Fever in 2019.
Yes, she was.
Right?
3rd pick.
3rd pick overall.
Yep. That's number 3, not 3rd round. 3rd pick.
We released her the next season.
Yep. Guess who's back?
And then
back
we resigned
again.
her because she led the league in 3-point percentage last year.
You know what? I wonder. This is what I wonder. That's so ignorant. It's so stupid. I'm loving his little gut punches he's throwing in there today. He's having a great time. I wonder if it was like a coach thing. Like she just was not messing with the coach, but this other coach is like, we got to go get that girl back. Because it's the same owner, you know what I'm saying? Like
the front, we've talked about this in like season 1. Fever have made some really questionable decisions when it comes to their like they've had the top 5 pick the last 5 years.
He's not lying,
and most of those players aren't on the team anymore.
He's not lying. Some are coming back though. Some are making their way back.
But at least we're inviting them back
for sure. So what do you think it was? You think is it ownership? Is it coaching? Is it like what would make someone like Maya get released or cut and then be re-signed 3 years later? That has to be a coaching discrepancy.
That's a GM thing, right?
It may be a GM thing. It may be. They may have a different GM.
And Tamika was there at that time.
Was she? She
would have been there during 19.
Damn. All right. Well, welcome back, Maya Caldwell.
Either way. We're looking forward to seeing you shoot the ball for the Fever.
No doubt. And I think the Fever, we talked about this at the Pacers game. The Fever is like low-key trying to do some stuff under the radar that I think they're trying to improve their program.
I hope so. Like, you can't have the top 5 picks the last 5 seasons and you don't even have any of those players left.
Trust the process. From the wing, NBA trade deadline, bro. What the hell is going on out here in these streets? You can't keep up. What we got?
So the biggest news, obviously, that everybody has seen, Kyrie Irving demands a trade. And really where that started from, he scoffs at the extension that they offered. Did you listen to them on what they offered him?
I believe that it was 3 years. I believe that it was 130 with like a caveat on the 3rd year about having to win a championship.
You have to win a championship to get paid on the 3rd year. Like, I've never heard of that before in somebody's contract.
It's the most ignorant shit I've heard in all of my days, bro. How the hell am I guarantee you a ring?
You kind of dumb. Like,
but with someone like Kyrie, I understand because it like forces him to play. Like the homie, like I hate it, but Kyrie misses a lot of work, Pops.
Yeah.
Just playing devil's advocate. It's horrible, but he misses a lot of work.
But at the same time, like the things that he misses work for are standing up for things that he believes in. Look, a vaccine, I was never a person that says like you have to go get a vaccine. Now, when that decision affects the rest of your team, I get where people can have that issue with it, right? It was a stupid rule to have that in New York anyway, or the NBA part, because considering that visitors that weren't vaccinated could come in and play in Brooklyn, but the people that worked there did have to. It made no sense to me.
It was a horrible, stupid rule. And he could go play on the road in places
right.
that didn't have the mandate.
It made no sense.
Right.
So yes, he'll have some injuries every now and then as well. But to me, like...
So you think that the things that Kyrie has missed for have been reasons that have been somewhat understandable reasons?
I'll say...
I don't necessarily agree.
I would say I don't put those completely against him. What I will say about Kyrie is that regardless of that, Kyrie's a grass is greener type of a person.
Okay.
To me, Kyrie is, as soon as he doesn't like something, he's going to ask for a trade.
Okay. I agree with that, but I also take into consideration some stuff. Like, I agree with the shot. I feel you don't want to get the shot, don't get the shot. Hashtag your body, your choice. I don't get the shot. But some stuff that kind of rubs me the wrong way with Kyrie is like in the bubble trying to convince people not to play. Having that long break in between the bubble. Homie had 10 months off and then came back and didn't play. Earth is flat's a little weird. The mandate, it's a weird the mandate, no parties going on during the vaccine, and then you out there kicking it with your family for the birthday thing. So now you have to miss more games. So I just I feel you, but you know,
it's one of those things where
it's a tough conversation.
Nets get what you can get for him because. I mean, he wanted to be traded beginning of the offseason. And then
facts.
I don't know why you should have been surprised anything about this.
No doubt.
It kind of is a slap in the face to Kevin because he's like, hey, I thought we said we going to try to do at least this season, right?
Thank you. I'm here because you here. Because
I asked for a trade and then you said no,
I could still be in Golden State right now.
Like, you said come, and I came over and you're like, you gone now.
That happened.
That has happened a few times in Kyrie's career. So that part, but even so, I still have never heard about a third year being part of the championship. That makes no sense. So
Lakers, Mavs, Heat, Phoenix.
Lakers, Mavs, Heat, Phoenix, where they talked about were going to be the four that were in contention to get him.
I heard about the Clippers in there.
Clippers would have been one of those. But Mavs ended up winning that trade.
Holy shit.
Mavs get Kyrie Irving and Markieff Morris. Brooklyn gets Spencer Dinwiddie. Welcome back to Brooklyn. Dorian Finney-Smith, great long defender. 2027 second-round pick. 2029 first-round pick, unprotected. 2029 second-round pick.
Who wins that trade? So far. To me, Brooklyn all day.
I think Brooklyn was that trade.
Brooklyn all day, bro. They got Spencer back who can hoop, Dorian Finney who can hoop, and they have some pieces there right now who can really go. And I don't know if I put it in here now or later, but I
love now and laters.
Brooklyn, you ain't lying. Brooklyn ain't no punks right now, bro.
Here's why I say that one.
Give it to me.
And a lot of people aren't really thinking about. He doesn't have a contract extension. He's a free agent in the summer. So he can still go to L.A.
Oh, he's going to L.A.
Right.
Yeah, he's definitely going
right?
to LA. Who doesn't know that?
They're doing the Kawhi Leonard rental like Toronto.
No doubt. Let's go get one. You're so right. You're so right.
That's what he's like, hey, we at least go see if we can go get these guys to play together for 6 months.
Get Luka a little rest. Get him a little rest. Watch Kyrie go off for sure.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that.
And won't be surprised they're going to, which I'm going to talk about here in a little bit, they're going to probably move before Thursday a couple of those other pieces to try to make more sense as far as how their starting lineup goes. So they ended up doing that.
This is what I was talking about. You said, go ahead, LeBron's interview. Yeah.
Why did he have an interview?
Because he's about to break the record for the most points ever in the NBA with probably in the next game or two, so they had to sit down with him now.
All right.
I mean, that's a legit reason. It's a legit reason.
It blows my mind that he gets up there and talks about that he's disappointed that they didn't get Kyrie.
He got asked a question.
I know. It's still one of those things where it's like, man, you're making the Lakers look stupid.
But okay. What?
I'm not saying it was like he couldn't have just answered the question. He kept it
all the way 100. You know what I mean? Like, I can't say I'm not disappointed. This is somebody that I have a great chemistry with. Like, of course I'm disappointed. But you know what I think? We have to also understand how smart LeBron is, bro.
Is that his recruitment?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Go kick it for 4 months. Go live your life. They would have probably had to give up more than he wants to give up right now. Like, and
they can sign him outright.
Exactly. Yeah. Him, AD, and
Rui still under. They're gonna have Hachimura still.
Bro, they're gonna be okay.
Yeah.
LeBron is a genius. That's his way of saying we had great chemistry. I miss you, bro. Boom, boom, boom. Like he's gonna be.
Did you see the interview I did today?
Hey, bro.
I don't know if you saw it. It's about to come out on ESPN. Just take a peek at it. Just let me know what you think.
See you in 4 months. I don't think Brooklyn's done. They got Cam Thomas. This kid is special. Yeah. He put up 40 in back-to-back nights. Nick Claxton, Seth Curry, Dinwiddie, KD, Joe Harris, Patty Mills, TJ Warren is still there. But I think that, you go move some pieces in the offseason. They're a Paul George-esque player away from being really freaking nice in the East again, and you don't have the KD headache. Or, I'm sorry, the Kyrie headache.
Yes.
Where do you think KD should land or would land? And that Boston shit, squash that. Jalen is fine.
I think it's one of those things where it's not like where but when does he go? Like, is he gonna stay? Are they gonna try to make the thing happen before Thursday, or will he demand it in the off season?
Off season.
I think so too. I think he's gonna finish this one out.
I don't think Brooklyn's gonna let him go because KD's really a stand up dude. Like, he just wants to hoop.
Yeah, he's a little weird, but yeah.
But he's a little quirky. But when it comes to playing ball, if he's healthy, he's showing up and hooping for sure.
Yeah.
So I think he stays there. I think Brown and Tatum, they're not going anywhere. They got a great tandem going on there. I think they're probably going to win it this year. Phoenix, would he be a fit in Phoenix? KD be a fit in Phoenix with CP?
With tweaks, sure.
Okay.
But the thing is the contract, you'd have to give up Ayton to make it fit to me with the contract stuff, and because they just extended him. Now, that would also probably be a win-win for him because he didn't really want to go back to Phoenix in the first place.
He's not having a good time with Monty.
He wouldn't have signed that offer sheet with the Pacers if he really wanted to go back and go to Phoenix.
That is a very, very well said statement, my ninja.
Miami Heat that you put on here is another one that we're kind of seeing out there and about. I don't know who they give up. I see that you said, "What up, nigga?"
What up, nigga? you had your little asterisk right there when you was trying to say what up while we was both in the sheet earlier today. I was at the coffee shop.
Yeah. Let's see. What else am I talking about?
Lakers, Westbrook to Utah, Mike Conley and Beasley. Huh.
Oh, I put that in the wrong spot. I meant to put that down. But that shouldn't have been under the Brooklyn thing. But yes,
I don't hate that.
That is the newest one that they actually have been bringing up today. That those two are talking to try to get that done before the end of the trade deadline.
I don't hate that.
Right.
I don't hate that one bit.
Because now, we didn't go get Kyrie right now. Let me go get Mike
Conley can hoop. Bro.
Oh, still.
Mike Conley can super hoop.
Super hoop, and he's an actual point guard.
Exactly, Mundo. So he doesn't. He can still give you 20, but he can run that show. What's up with the Pacers? We're gonna get down to that a little bit later. But Miles Turner's officially off the block. Buddy Hield, Duarte could be pieces in the move for Kevin Love? ? Huh?
Well,
trying to get close.
Not necessarily say for Kevin Love. I put Kevin Love ? Because they put him out of the rotation in Cavs. They announced that he's no longer in the rotation with the Cavs.
How do you announce that?
I mean, that's what they. I don't know.
Who the hell publicly announced that they took somebody out of the rotation?
So
what kind of shit is that?
It's kind of one of those things. Is that we're going to try to move you before Thursday?
What if he went to Los Angeles?
Go back and be with LeBron? Right.
Why not? All we need you to do is you're Mike Miller.
What's up?
What up, though? You're Mike Miller,
yeah.
Right? And that wasn't he from the Heat? Mike Miller just come in a few times, give us 5 or 6 threes, be Mike Miller. That's not bad.
Yeah. I'll run through these real quick. Let's see. That's Pacers, and we'll talk more about them. Miami Heat. Again, there's always a lot of rumors with Miami Heat, but Kyle Lowry and Max Strus are the two that are the most likely to be moved. They really want to get away from Kyle Lowry, let him go finish career somewhere else.
They're really over that nigga, huh?
They are.
Yeah, it's time.
Philly, I thought this was interesting. Furkan Korkmaz.
Who is that?
Demands a trade. That was the announcement that I saw on Twitter that Shams posted. I don't think that you're allowed to demand anything.
I don't think he's allowed to demand anything.
That's what I mean.
I think some players can make demands.
You're not This is what you have to do.
Nah.
Knock, knock, knock.
Hey,
man. You good?
Hey,
having a good day?
How's your coffee?
I'm not having as much playing time. Do you think, is that possible to maybe put me somewhere out there? Do you think somebody would want me?
And the coach would go, "Fuck, man." I'm sorry, Furkan. Sorry.
Fuck, man. Here's the thing. I looked at. So he was drafted in 2019. Has averaged 8 points a game as a rotational player, and this is why I say, are you able to demand a trade?
I'm so
8 points a
scared.
game as a rotational player. Because of what they have now in Philly, you've gone to have really low limits, and you're only averaging 3 points a game. You have no playing time. This is why he's saying, I demand a trade out of there.
He said the words demand?
That's what they reported.
Huh. That's a very interesting word.
Correct.
Because asking for a trade, I would
can ask.
request it even.
Hey,
I can co-sign he requested a trade.
It says demand.
I don't know if that nigga has any right to be demanding a trade. Sorry, fuck man, it's not for you.
Clippers looking to unload Luke Kennard's salary. He's a shooter.
How is Kennard is still a thing?
Yeah, and he's still out there balling. I mean, he's a 3-and-D guy. He's a good rotational player.
Would you take him on your team?
On the Pacers?
Would you take Luke Kennard on your team?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
So he fits somewhere.
I was just like you got really hyped up talking about him. Your eyes got big and shit.
He's a little lower than Dante DiVincenzo to me. You know what I mean? Like in that same type of mold.
Yep.
That area. Toronto, OG Anunoby. Looks like that might be the most. There are they've said there's like 7 teams, Pacers included, that are entered into OG. He played at IU.
Yes, he did.
That's who I want. They just have a very, very steep asking price for him. I don't see him being able to make that work with the Pacers.
They want a lot, huh?
They want a lot.
He can hoop though.
He can absolutely hoop, but he would be that fit at playing that 4.
No doubt. No, right now. Like with him and Miles Turner at like a real 5.
Yeah.
How young is OG?
He's been in the league 5 years.
He's like that 24-year-old that we need. See, Siakam is a possibility, huh? They're trying to get him out of there.
Another one that's been out there.
He's over. He wants to go play for a contender.
He is 6'7".
Yes.
And wingspan 7'2". He's exactly 25 years old.
Yes. Yep. Yeah. Say less.
Siakam's another one. I doubt that. The most ones that I've seen are Fred VanVleet and OG.
Don't nobody want them niggas. Right. Not nobody want Fred VanVleet. I want OG.
Fred
VanVleet. Fuck, man.
Bulls. They've already said Levine's off limits.
As he should be.
But DeMar, again, is drawing a lot of interest. Very underrated asset to me still.
Oh, DeMar can hoop, bro.
Like DeMar, I hope he finds a team that just wants him, period.
Portland. Go to Portland.
Right? Yeah.
Go to Portland.
Go play with Boy and with Damian
Go to Portland,
Lillard.
bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a problem.
Yeah. I don't even know why Bulls are even thinking about doing DeMar like that.
Nope.
Because that actually fits. Levine is the outside shooter. Then you have the drive.
His mid-range game. Oh, my God.
With that.
Fouls.
And then you have your point guards. That actually tandem does fit. Why you'd want to break that up, I don't know.
Is Lonzo not playing?
He still has the wrist injury.
Lonzo would make that all work a little bit
Correct.
better. I think that's why they're feeling the heat, because they don't have somebody but running that show better.
Yeah.
You want to take a break real quick?
Yeah, quick break.
We'll be right back after these messages with the 317 Sports Project with Penn Pops, baby.
We're brothers.
Yeah.
We're happy and we're singing and we're colored. Give me a high five.
We are back, the 317 Sports Project with Penn Pops, and it is the 1-year anniversary episode. I'm gonna make a
I don't have that noise anymore.
That's a very good interpretation of it. From the top of the key, Pops.
Oh, yeah.
We're done with that, right?
Yeah.
100%. From the top of the key, my ninja, NFL and NBA referees. And I just want to say that was a very good segue to what my thought was moving in here, the DJ sound. I think referees and DJs should be somewhat synonymous because they should be in the room, but you should almost not even know that they're there.
Correct.
If a DJ is scratching and fucking up and the songs aren't mixed and we gotta look over at you, you're not doing your job right. If a referee is fucking up the end of basketball games and doing too much in the game, you're not supposed to be there.
The only thing I'll say for a
fair
DJ,
comparison?
the only time I'll ever say that I want to look at you is that if I'm going to a concert and you're the attraction, I'm going to look towards you while I'm doing that. If I'm in a club, don't want to know you're there.
I don't even know. I don't even care where the music is coming from.
Correct. It's on the speakers. I'm talking to somebody else. That's all. Yeah,
Facts.
that's the point.
As soon as mixes start getting fucked up, and I gotta go, this nigga.
Yeah.
That tells me.
And you're like, ooh, that didn't work. That one didn't work. That one didn't work. The beats were wrong.
Those BPMs are not
The
blended,
BPMs
player.
did not work. That was at 100. You were at like a 92, 80. It just didn't hit.
Dear referee, NBA and NFL, stop doing too much.
Yeah.
It is not your job to be noticed at games. It is not your job to be making impactful plays. It's Patrick Mahomes and LeBron James's jobs to make impactful plays.
Correct.
You're doing too much.
Correct.
Take it away.
And yeah, kind of open dialogue on this one. But what brought this up was the first one, Lakers versus Celtics. Everyone knows what I'm talking about. Blatant missed call at the end of regulation. LeBron James fouled while going for the layup for the win. Tatum hits his arm. Ref is standing right on the baseline.
Like this.
Looking up at it.
You saw that.
Like,
You saw that.
you saw it.
You saw that.
You decided not to.
I almost think you were gambling on the game type shit.
Yeah. Did you see the stat that the head referee, when it's his crew rooting for the Celtics, that they are 39-2 when
The
he's
Celtics are 39-2.
when he's refed their games? 39-2.
Whoever pulled that up off Stat News is a freaking legend. What a stat!
They
bro.
found pictures of his family because they're all like from Boston area, like with Celtics jerseys on.
You're lying.
Like they have gone in on him like
He can't work those games anymore.
like you're a Celtics fan. Now, it wasn't you that missed the call because it was your boy that was at the baseline. But you kind of maybe said, let's try to get this to overtime,
Bro,
y'all.
there's no way. That is no way. That's real life. Yeah, bro. And that wasn't the only game for the Lakers that's happened in. I mean, there's like 3 or 4 man, they've been getting it.
Which is when you see when everybody's like, why'd LeBron act like that? Because that was like the 3rd game in a row
For sure.
where they did a call right at a pivotal moment
For
like
sure.
that. Like they have been missing
sure.
Lakers calls.
The
like
Lakers
in the
could be in like
weeks.
5th or 6th place right now. Like, because I mean, if those 5 games in the West right now, swing those 5 games around,
they're 3 games out of 4.
That's
something
what I'm
like that.
Yeah, bro.
like
You
something
swing
like that.
those 5 games, and that they're in freaking 4th, 5th place.
Right.
That's wild. That's
Yeah.
wild.
So that was that one. Bengals Celtics or Bengals
The Bengals and the Celtics played.
news.
I
Y'all
missed
see
that shit.
one?
That shit was
Bengals-
wild.
that shit was
I don't know what
crazy.
league that the Bengals and the Celtics are playing in, but that's fire.
Bengals Chiefs. One big one that I'll say, and I don't know if you remember
This
this.
third down bullshit.
Thank you.
Man,
Did you see it?
live. I'm still
Like,
confused.
And like where you saw it and you're like, all right, 4th down.
Fourth
and then
down.
it just switched to
bro,
third.
they started coming off the field. Like niggas was like, this is 4th down.
and then they were like, we're just going to redo the play.
oh, we're gonna run that back.
Why?
How? Said
What?
who?
But why? Like there was not a reason.
No,
There wasn't like
they
a...
literally just said like the play didn't. They were like the play didn't count. What do you mean the play didn't count? They ran a play.
He threw it in, like it was an incomplete pass.
4th down.
4th. That's what happens.
Play
after
didn't count.
Third.
Play didn't count.
Let's do it one more time. You want one more time? You want one more? You want one? We're gonna go one more.
We're gonna run that back.
Take 2.
3rd down 2 times.
It was bad. That crew was having issues, and they were bad on both sides. There were some missed calls for the Chiefs as well. The officiating for that game.
He said it was
though,
bad on both sides. It sounded like when Donald Trump was talking about the thing going on. They were like, there was bad going on both sides. The terrorists.
That's actually a pretty good Trump. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good Trump. That was good.
I don't know if I received that compliment.
That's a pretty good Trump. Wow. Holy shit.
Carry on, Keebler.
Yeah.
There were horrible calls on both sides, like you were saying.
Either way, it was bad. A lot of people is the NFL scripted and blah 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 blah.
To some capacity.
To some capacity, sure.
I mean, what do you think on that question? That's a very interesting question, my G.
Because what are we defining as scripted? I think that there are calls made to either keep the game competitive or give them one more chance to make this. If it's like a popular team like Kansas City, Mahomes is the face of the NFL.
So you think that third down should not have happened again, right? You think that like
no, yeah, there was no reason for it to happen.
Okay.
I also think that when Joe Burrow got called for intentional grounding,
I see this note in here.
and then
it's a very interesting
the
note.
next drive,
Patrick
Mahomes did
the same exact thing. Same exact thing.
Nothing.
Was there some type of receiver or running back?
Not close enough.
Not close. Not say less. He threw that shit at an offensive lineman's foot, and they did not give him grounding.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
So what can be done?
I don't know. I think that
They really ran third down twice.
Yeah, they did. Here's the difference: is
crazy.
and not that any of it helps. NBA does a better job of saying we fucked up, and they did. The NBA union or whatever like that tweeted out after that one and saying we feel disgusted, we feel blah blah blah, we'll lose sleep on this. No, you won't. But at least y'all said something. It's like the NFL doesn't say anything
About anything.
about anything.
The NFL does not apologize about anything.
The media will go, yes, that should have been a call.
No doubt.
The commentators will go, absolutely, that should have been called.
No
they
doubt.
were wrong.
No doubt.
But the NFL and the refs don't come out and go, we fucked up, we missed that call.
About anything.
Right.
Ever.
Same people out here since they was the Saints when there was the pass interference call that didn't get called a few years ago.
Michael Thomas? No. Who?
CB. Who are they playing?
Remember when Dez Bryant with that was a catch? What are you talking about?
When Breeze was driving to win the game at the end of it in the NFC Championship, threw it, the CB came and hit the receiver before the ball even got there. They didn't call a penalty.
I 100% remember.
Yeah,
that.
I mean that was just 3-4 seasons ago, right?
100% remember. Who were they playing?
It wasn't the Minnesota Miracle. It was Team in White. Was it the Cowboys? No.
No, they would never have that success in the playoffs.
That was the Rams.
There it is.
That was the Rams.
There you have it.
Yeah.
It was the Rams. It 100% was.
Yeah. It's just bad.
So yeah, I don't know what can be done. It's just the NFL sucks, and you still owe Colin Kaepernick an apology. From the wing, top 5 quarterbacks of all time. He said we're gonna have a debate here, and I'm very interested to see how this one goes. Now that Dick Face Tom Brady is officially retired, where is he ranked? This came up because our boy Dan Arlovsky, who I genuinely love 97% of the time, he came out with a list, and I don't know who the hell asked him, but his top, look at you over here rubbing your eyes, top 5 list of all time. And he said number 5 was Marino, 4 was Peyton Manning, 3 was John Elway, 2 was Patrick Mahomes, and the number 1 quarterback of all time is Tom Brady. He said he left Joe Montana off of his list because he never saw Joe Montana play. And I said, well, I never saw Jesse Owens run live, nigga, but I'm sure he was fast. And that is pretty much as simple as it gets. He's on drugs.
Here's what I'll say. If you saw Marino play, that would have overlapped with Montana. Right?
Or Elway to some capacity.
Right.
I mean, I'm just saying.
Like, yeah, you didn't see him play in, like, late 80s going into early 90s. But, like,
Just saying, you know.
But if you saw Marino, that's the same.
Or if you have YouTube, you go catch a game.
You work in
12.
the media.
You could get some
before
film.
you made this, you're like, let me go watch a couple
You watch
games.
a lot of film, bro.
If Jerry Rice has the records he has, maybe I'll go watch the QB that threw it to him.
Moving on.
Okay.
So, you want to do your top 5 or do you want me to do my top 5 first?
I'll let you go.
Top 5 for me is Steve Young. Number 4 is Patrick Mahomes. Number 3 is Peyton Manning. Number 2 is Tom Brady. And number 1 is fucking Joe Montana. Let's just be real.
Yeah.
For me, at number 5 is Steve Young. No, go ahead. You go ahead. Give me your list.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have 5 Dan Marino, 4 Johnny Unitas, 3 Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Joe Montana.
Please tell me why.
For who?
I don't know. You have I'll tell you why in there for Tampa Tom, but I was just wondering, but why Johnny Unitas? Just out of curiosity.
I'll read some stats here in a little while.
Okay.
Tom Brady, and really, I was justifying why he's not my number one.
Oh, snarf.
That was I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Tom Brady, the first part of his career, had the best defense and the best coach in the NFL, to me. One of the best coaches.
By part of his career, you mean like the first third?
The
type,
first
you know,
third.
First third?
Right, first third.
I don't disagree.
Right?
For sure.
So when you come out at your second year, you start going to the Super Bowl, it was a defensive team.
Some of those were very Trent Dilfer-esque.
Those were very Trent Dilfer-esque.
For sure. Fuck you too, Trent Dilfer.
You played 23 years.
That is so long.
You should have the stats that you have. Like, and kudos. It's hard to play 1 year in the NFL. But you're going to break records when you play 23 years. Like, that's
2.5 decades.
Then we're going to say the same thing on LeBron. Like, you should be the one that breaks the all-time scoring records. You've been since you're 18.
I don't know if you should have the all-time scoring record and be like third in assists. That's pretty incredible because that means.
I'm not taking away from LeBron.
I just wanted to throw that out there.
I got you.
That's crazy.
I'm just saying, like, but yeah, you should be the one that's getting close to those.
You
records.
should be doing shit. You should definitely
be doing shit.
You should be doing shit for sure.
My Colts people out there, I'll say this. This is me taking into the okay, how many rings you have, this is like all of the above. All of the above. Joe Montana to me was one of the smoothest quarterbacks
Sexy.
in the pocket.
Jesus.
He could use his legs. Some of the throws he can make on the run were just ridiculous. He's the goat.
Going left, going right. I mean, he dropped dimes.
He's the goat to me. Tom, sure.
Do you take into consideration he was throwing the ball to Roger Craig, John Taylor, and Jerry Rice, or do you just say he was dropping dimes because he was dropping dimes? Tom
Brady's had who? What's his name? Randy Moss.
For a little while. I'm just throwing it out there. He had,
But again, Tom Brady made his living on
dunking and dunking. Yeah. Okay. I was just wondering.
Julian Edelman.
For sure.
Yeah, he played it. He didn't go out there and he had the one season that he came up and broke records because he had Randy Moss on the team.
No, 100%.
Right. That was the year that he did it.
Okay.
Peyton Manning. I'll say this. I'm gonna just say this out loud. I'm gonna say it out loud. Okay.
Please don't say it to yourself.
I'm not gonna say it internally. I'm gonna say it out loud. Peyton Manning is the best person to play quarterback ever in the league, to me. How he played that position was best.
I've never seen someone manipulate it better.
Right. Accolades, taking that into account, accolades, you have to kind of, to me, rank where I'm ranking.
No doubt.
It's like you have to do.
No doubt.
Peyton, you've got 2 Super Bowls. Joe's got 4. Tom's got 7.
7.
So
it's a lot of rings.
Like I put you at 3 because
we know if you had a good Peyton, you never had a fire defense.
Correct.
Never. You had an okay defense, but you never had fire defenses
Peyton,
on all 3 levels.
Peyton to me is the actual best quarterback on this list to play that position. Joe and Tom have a lot better stats, or not real better stats than you, but more Super Bowl rings is really what separates the two.
I love that.
Dan Marino, way he played it, I like it. Unitas had he was just a very, very good quarterback when I pull that up.
Tell me more. If you can. Yeah,
I can.
Because I don't know nothing about John. I mean, I know who Johnny Unitas is, but
they have him ranked 3 on this list, which is crazy to me. Super Bowl 5 champion, Super Bowl 5. Isn't that crazy?
You know what I'm talking about? It's like 53 years ago we're talking about. You sound like
what's so interesting is
like
that
Mad Dog right now.
Super Bowl 5 champion.
It's in black and white.
And then they
people.
say
we're looking at black and white
two-time NFL champion. Because again, remember, it's like it's not
the league
merged.
for sure.
It's not merged
for
yet.
sure.
Yeah.
So we won 3. We'll
10-time Pro Bowler, 3-time MVP, 40,000 yards, 290 touchdowns. Really, really, really good.
Johnny, you drop dimes.
Johnny dropped a lot of dimes.
Johnny Uke, 40,000 yards, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, Johnny Uke dropped dimes.
So he just made my list.
Okay.
He made my
Does
list.
the fact that he's a coat help?
Sure.
Okay. Dan Marino, who I love, Clayton Duper, Fire. Why did he make your list if he's absolutely ringless?
Very similar to I compare him and Aaron Rodgers to me, as far as their arm talent and like what they did with what they can do with the ball.
Flick of the wrist.
Flick of the wrist.
Yeah.
He just had some bad Miami Dolphin teams.
So he's the one caveat that you give him the love just based off his pure talent.
Like, because he's like a phenomenal quarterback.
He's Dan Marino.
That just like things didn't.
He was Joe Montana. He was Joe Montana without the squad.
Exactly.
I don't disagree.
Yeah.
All right.
I just don't have Patrick Mahomes on mine yet because it's still so early. Now, again, 5 years from now, this will probably be very different as Patrick Mahomes keeps going.
It's fluid.
Yeah.
It's fluid. It's very fluid. Number one, obviously, gotta go with Joe Montana. He's a freaking GOAT. He's the freaking GOAT. He should basically be like the Jerry West logo of the NFL to me. Let's just call it what it is. Tom Brady, how can you not? I can't stand his chiseled cheekbones, but the man's got 7 rings, 649 touchdowns, 89,000 plus yards. Stop it. Peyton, I agree with you on that sentiment. It's very, very tough, even though I do believe if you took Peyton Manning and put him on the New England Patriots, they'd probably win like 10 rings. Because I just think he was that much better as an actual quarterback.
Correct.
I don't feel like I need to make an explanation here. The man has done it all. 71,000 yards, 96.5 passer rating, 539 touchdowns. Get out of my face. Patrick Mahomes. 5 AFC championships when you've been playing in the league for 7 years or 6 years or however long you've been in the league is very, very tough. Not for me to at least like put you on the list. That's like LeBron going to the NBA fight. You know what I mean? That's crazy, dog. Yeah. You have to win. You have to win this Super Bowl on Sunday in order for me to keep you on there. Probably though.
I agree. And the other thing that I'll do, and I'll play both sides because I agree with it and disagree at the same time. The era thing with where he plays as quarterback, where you can't touch the quarterback right now.
That helps him.
That helps him a lot.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he's a very mobile quarterback, so y'all ain't taking him down regardless.
If he played back in another era, he'd be all right.
Yeah, like, he'd be all right. Yeah.
He'd be all right.
Yeah. But like you'd get hit a little bit more, maybe less penalties called on you, that type of thing. But like he can scramble. So like I've just heard that argument out there where I'm like, okay. But again, you're saying that is if he was like a pocket QB, period.
Nah.
He's not.
He's not.
So,
number 5, Steve Young for me. It is very, very interesting that we're sitting here going through all of these lists, and everybody has had a list, and no one has mentioned Steve Young.
Steve Young's great.
3 Super Bowl championships. He holds the record for the most touchdowns in a Super Bowl game. 6-time QBR percentage leader. 5-time completion percentage leader. 4-time touchdown passing leader. Over 33,000 passing yards. 4,800 rushing yards. That's what people forget. People forget how dope Steve Young was at running with that rock.
Yeah.
He was fire. And he sat behind Joe Montana for 3 years before he even got his chance. So you could probably add another 3,000 passing, 4,000 passing yards, 10,000 plus passing yards, and another 1,000 rushing yards in here if he's really playing. On top of that, the homie had to come in after Joe Montana and run that show, and they didn't stop winning rings.
No, they didn't.
I mean, to not have Steve Young on the list to me is absolutely crazy. He's kind of like the Damian Lillard person who gets slept on and forgot a little bit too much. And I got to give Aaron Rodgers a little bit of love. He's kind of my Dan Marino. Like I feel like you got like he's fire. He's just not on this list because he's only won one.
Yeah, I think end of career. A lot of people put Aaron down because of his attitude and how he handles himself in the media.
It's not cool.
More so than is he talented or not. People forget that Aaron Rodgers is probably one of the best. Again, at the position, QBs we've ever seen.
He just won 2 back-to-back in the last 2 years, y'all. Let's not forget.
He's phenomenal.
Aaron.
Yeah.
For sure.
He's an idiot.
He's really kind of a dick. He really is. Corner shot, bro. We're here.
Corner shot. Naptown news. What we got going on?
We're talking about the Pacers and the Colts.
Yep.
And I'm just going to start this off with a question about the Pacers, flat out for you. What are we missing?
Experience.
How long until that's it? You think that's the only thing we're missing?
I mean, we're missing a power forward. Like
because if you were gonna, that's what I mean. If you're gonna go get a piece, because we're missing something besides experience.
We have too many wings because of rotation. They can't figure that out. We need a legit power forward. Sadly, the Jalen Smith experiment and contract are not looking great right now. He's looked lost this season when he does have time and he gets into foul trouble very easily. But we got to figure out the big man power forward rotation because now you have Daniel Tice and he's playing the 5.
He's kind of hooping.
He's hooping, and again, he plays better defense to me than a lot of the other guys. But again, he can also shoot the 3 a little bit.
He can, and he sets legitimate screens as well. He sets real picks.
He's a big man.
You can tell he played overseas from overseas
for sure. So like. A lot of people, Twitter world, are like, why are you playing him over Jalen? Why are you like, remember that the trade deadline's here. So when Daniel Tice got healthy, you have to give him time because you have to let other teams see him play and go, oh, maybe we'll take him and give up this.
Thank you.
That is how you play this game.
Come on, guys. You guys really this new at this? You don't know that? He got healthy 2 weeks before the break, guys. Come on, wake up, fools. You have to give him time, and he's done well, which means you might be able to package him and move him. Preach that, bro. Preach that.
Power forward. That's really what we're missing.
Thank you. That's kind of what I was wondering.
Yes.
Who do you refuse? Did you put this in here? How long till we're bona fide contender? Or did I put that in here?
You put that in there. I would say bona fide.
Oh, okay. That's a good word, though. How long till we're bona fide, legitimate bona fide contender in the Eastern Conference?
2-3 years.
Okay.
2-3 years.
I see that. I disagree.
What?
I said I mean I agree. I'm sorry.
I see that. I disagree.
I'm sorry. I don't disagree. My bad. I don't. I see that. You're wrong.
Fuck me then.
I see that. You're a liar.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you're absolutely right. Fuck off.
That was very passive aggressive of you. Okay, all right.
You're so stupid. He said I see that.
Yeah,
I
2-3
disagree.
years. And again, as we have said previous to this season, all season, don't be surprised if there's going to be the back and forth because of the young. Like, you're going to have this. Like, they started off way too quick.
And Tyrese got hurt, and they lost damn near 11 straight because they're probably going 7-4 if Tyrese is healthy and they've already won 30-plus games.
You guys got to remember this. You had some shooting slump happens. You have some legs
Chris
not
Duarte,
being as. You had Matherin going to his slump and trying to figure that out. We're trying to figure out rotations.
He's a rookie, y'all.
You have to let Rick coach and let them go through this stuff because it's going to make the team better in the next couple seasons.
Oh, I love that about you.
Period.
Speaking of coaching, real quick, caveat, just a little segue, side note. Did you see that the officials apologized to my boy Chris Holtman for giving him that second technical foul tonight? They said that they shouldn't give him a second technical foul and ejected him. They apologized. They publicly apologized to CH for giving him a second technical foul against Wisconsin and said they should not have done that.
It made no sense.
Thank you. Better leave my boy alone. He's going through enough. I love you, bro. We got you over here. Who's off limits for you? Who do you refuse to move?
I have on the team?
Yep, on the Pacers. Who do you refuse to move?
Obviously, Halliburton, Matherin. Are you saying who am I refusing to leave on the people that actually could be moved?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Miles Turner, you can't go nowhere. Like, no shit, bro.
Oh, man. I am refusing to move Buddy Hield, even though he's probably our best asset to get the most out of.
Okay.
But he is our most consistent three-point
It's tough
shooting.
to move the Maya Williams of the NBA. You know what I'm saying? Like,
he's the first to 200 threes in the league. He's
man.
leading the league in percentage and three-point made right now. I don't know if this is the time to move him.
the congregation said amen.
So I'd say he's my receiver.
Neesmith? Is Neesmith off limits?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Neesmith's off limits. And sadly, and I feel bad for Duarte, I think Duarte is actually going to be the piece that ends up getting moved. I love Chris. I think he's going to be very successful. You got hurt. And
you got hurt at the wrong time.
You got hurt and went into a shooting slump coming out of that. Like, you came out and scored 30, then got hurt.
You're about to get Drew Bledsoe.
And Neesmith is more athletic than you, younger than you. His three-point is all of a sudden stronger, and he's actually plays better defense. Like,
you got to go, cuz.
Duarte, you're going to be a really good scorer and contributor as rotational guy. I think he's going to be really, really good. I see him in like a Utah-y type place and can get out there and get you some buckets.
Not a Utah-y type of place. Yeah.
Denver Nuggets is actually the team that I meant to say that Denver Nuggets is the team that is actually interested in Chris Duarte right now.
What's their tall, light-skinned homie?
Just took that out of the mic. So Aaron
Porter.
Gordon.
Oh, Gordon or Porter?
The power forward?
Okay, Aaron Gordon. Okay.
Dunk champion?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Pacers have been interested in him the last 2 seasons.
Really?
So when they're saying they're interested in Duarte, I wonder if that conversation's now. There's other contracts that you got to fit because those 2 contracts do not fit to make that trade. So you're probably going to send a Jalen Smith and a Chris Duarte to go get Aaron Gordon.
Okay.
So
all right.
That'd be the other.
So Neesmith and Buddy Hield are off limits to you, and actually for right now.
Yeah, and I'd say Isaiah Jackson.
Yep. All right. I co-sign all of that. Question for you: who wins or who won the Pacers and Kings trade? And I say that with Sacramento being 30 and 23 in the West right now and in 3rd place, my nigga. Shouts to you, Mike Brown.
Yeah.
People are not giving you enough props. You might be up for Coach of the Year, dead ass.
I'm gonna give a shout out to
job.
both GMs. I think this is one of the most win-win trades in the NBA that I have seen in a long time.
Got to pick one. Just for argument's sake.
I guess I'll go Kings because they did this because they have more veterans on that team and then we're ready to try to win right now. Adding Sabonis was the piece that they could actually go be competitive in the West. So I guess I'll say the Kings just to say a team. Ours just allowed us to be on the clock that we should be on. So we're going to go, okay, y'all go do it now. We'll see y'all there in a couple of years.
Yep. Yeah, I agree.
But it is really one of the most win-win
It's beautiful.
trades
It was a good-ass trade.
as far as what they needed and what we needed.
Very good communication on both sides. Colts news.
Head coach anytime soon? I think we're on round 4 of interviews.
Bro, I
think I'm going to go out. I think I'm going to go interview.
You gonna give him a shot?
Oh, I think I'm gonna call.
Send him an email.
I'm gonna tweet Jimmy and go, hey, can we at least get on like a Zoom?
Jimmy.
Do a line of Coke and then
WOW. That is
then interview
wow.
Because that'd be the way I'd get in.
There's really no conversation to be hard. What did you put this in here? There's really no conversation to be hard until we know the answer. Oh, there's no conversation to be had.
I did not write that.
I don't know nothing about hard. There's no conversation to be hard until we know. There's really nothing to talk about, is what I'm saying.
Correct.
As far as any of this shit, so we know who our head coach is about to be. I want Raheem Morris. If you guys have not seen the interview with him on the Pivot podcast, shout outs to Ryan Clark, shout outs to Channing Crowder, and shout outs to the homie Fred Taylor.
Fred Taylor was a hell of a running back.
Oh, he was so fire. So slept on. Put that in
Jacksonville?
Yes, bro.
My God.
I mean, Edgerrin James in Jacksonville. Put this fool in the Hall of Fame where he belongs. It's so
Fred
stupid.
Taylor was unstoppable.
He was unstoppable for a decade straight. But big shouts to their podcast. He was on there with an amazing interview. If you've not seen it, please go see it. It is him. It is authentic. He's a great ass dude. Mike Tomlin co-signs him and says he deserves a real job. And he deserves that job where he's not looking over his shoulder every Monday if they're 7-9 at the end of the season. Give him a few years. He deserves that D'Amico. What's his name? The homie who just from San Francisco.
D'Amico Ryans.
He deserves that D'Amico Ryan shot where we're going to give you time to build this the right way.
I'll say this. Reports are that Indianapolis is blocking Gus Bradley, our defensive coordinator, from doing any interviews, which means what sounds like is that they're trying to keep him. Now, you can start to put those puzzle pieces together and kind of go, well, if they have a defensive coordinator that they want to stay on staff and they're trying to sell that to the next head coach, will that next head coach be more offensive minded?
Yep.
So, sadly, that wouldn't be Raheem Morris.
Oh, that makes me sad.
I mean,
not bad, though. It's not bad.
But again, you're going to have an offensive coordinator. Hopefully you just get a fire offensive coordinator and you let 2 defensive-minded guys go out here and just run a team and just lead it, because that's really what the head coach needs to do. That shouldn't take away from Morris, period.
You're right. You're absolutely right. Free agent-wise, dog, here's some unrestricted names, and I was kind of curious to know who you would like to keep. Big shouts to James Boyd. on Twitter. Romeoville Kid is where I got this from. Here's some unrestricted free agents. Paris Campbell.
Sign them.
Doolin. Dennis Kelly. Matt Pryor. Yannick.
Sign them.
Taekwon. EJ Speed.
Okay.
Bobby Okereke.
Okay.
Cake. Brandon Faison.
He's a great leader that you could probably get him. He'll either retire or you can get him cheap because he's 33, 34.
Rodney McLeod. Rodney Jr.
That's actually who I was talking about. I'm sorry.
Yes, I thought that was.
Rodney's who I'm talking about. That's who I would say bring back just for the leadership because he ended up having a great season because of injuries.
Chase McLaughlin, our kicker.
Sign him. That's fine.
So you think Paris bring back, Yannick bring back? You don't think either offensive lineman, Dennis Kelly or Matt Pryor?
Matt Pryor, yes, just for even if he can be in the
starter.
rotation. He can be in the rotation.
Yeah.
I go back and forth. I wouldn't sign both EJ Speed and Okereke, but Okereke had a hell of a season.
He balled out, bro.
So if you can keep both and you keep him out of those two.
What'd you say about Taekwon? I know it's Taekwon. What'd you say about him, though?
He got hurt again.
So you're saying let him go?
Yeah, we did a 1 year try it deal. This was your try it, and you didn't try it.
Say less, my ninja.
Yeah.
I'm just going to give a brief history on the Indianapolis Colts before we take a quick break and then kick off the 1 year celebration. But 7 divisional championships between 2002 and 2010, 2 times since in 13 and 14. Playoff wins, the last one was 2018. AFC Championship, last time we visited was 2014 and 2015. We lost to the Patriots 45-7 in 2015. Last Super Bowl visit was 2010. We lost to New Orleans 31-17. We pretty much had a lack of success for 15 years, man.
Yeah.
When you really think about being a Colts fan, it's been a tough ride for a minute.
Yeah.
We got to fix this shit.
Yeah.
And now, so whoever this head coach is going to be, our culture's kind of jacked up, bro. And I think that I think Irsay and I think Ballard and I think our next head coach are really. I think we might get it done. I'm.
Just don't be Jeff Saturday.
There you go. We're gonna take a quick break on that note. We'll be right back after these messages with the 317 Sports Project.
We're brothers, we're happy and we're singing and we're colored. Give me a high five.
Yeah, welcome back to the 317 Sports Project presented by Clean Kicks, Columbus, Ohio's #1 premium sneaker treatment shoe cleaning service. We clean kicks, we paint kicks, we do ISO restorations and a bunch of other dope ass stuff. Premium sneaker treatment for premium sneakerheads. Do yourselves a favor, y'all. Give us a follow over there at Instagram on cleankicks.614. Yo, this next segment. It's a celebration. It's a celebration. You guys, it's crazy to me, man. We've been here for a full year. This says just speak from the heart. We had absolutely no expectations for this mother cuffin show 1 year ago when we had the small table here and we looked ridiculous. Big shouts to Brittany for telling me for telling us we should use this table.
A little higher.
It changed things emphatically. It was actually a very, very, very good look on her part. But yeah, man, we had no expectations whatsoever, and to be completely honest, whatever they would have been, they've been exceeded through my personal perspective.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. This was a passion project that was really for us to be very selfish for it.
It's true.
We wanted a sounding board to just talk about 2 teams that we're really passionate about and then sprinkle in the rest of the Indiana teams just to give them some love.
Yep.
Why not do that on camera and see what happens? Really, so we can watch them back and laugh ourselves.
It's true. It's really true.
Yeah, so
it's really true.
The fact that people have come along for the journey and continually ride with us is that's just a blessing. That's just the whipped cream on top to a fantastic journey that it has been so far. So, like, it's crazy that we're in year one and that when I can kind of say we're going into like our first break of season 2, and then we're gonna start thinking about a season 3, and like it's kind of crazy that we're in February, and like, oh yeah, our season's gonna even wrap here in the next couple months.
That's so silly. Our first full length season. But yeah, man, I'm having a blast. I'm so proud. Like I said before, that I'm so proud of us for genuinely showing up every other week. I love to kick it with one of my favorite people on the planet. I absolutely love this dude. So I put this in here, the fact that I never actually got to play a team sport with one of my brothers, which I know so many of my friends that were like, bro, I got to play football with my brother. I got to hoop with my brother. I actually never got to do that, which I was always jealous of. Like, I had Ish and Al on my team, you know what I mean? They were hooping. That shit was dope to me. Like, they got that chemistry. You guys 100% are connected on the way on the court that nobody else is.
Yes.
So this is kind of like that to me. It's kind of like playing a sport with my brother. We get to hang. We talk all the damn time. Not that we didn't before, but I've actually learned to enjoy the research. I have more respect for the sports commentators of the world and the reporters and all those people out there who are doing this on a minute-by-minute basis, getting those interviews, breaking news, the Woj bombs. Like, my respect for them has grown emphatically in the little research that we're doing, even though it's a lot of research, you know what I'm saying? But comparatively speaking, but I've learned a lot. The Around the World segment, I'm so appreciative to our listeners, viewers, fans, and friends who came to us and was like, yo, we got to open this up more. We did that, and it's actually helped a great deal. What's popping with Pops? You're dope as shit. Just my opinion. That's my year one takeaway for sure. You got anything else to add?
No, sure. Yeah, it's, as I said, it's been great, and what's nice about anything that you do, when you keep doing it, but you keep doing it and still see the potential as grander, it makes the passion continue for it, and that's what we see in it. It's not like here it is. Like, that's why we get so excited to do it for you guys and really for ourselves, is because the potential is so vast in the platform that we're on.
It's true.
And really, we're trying to get more and more access, not just for us, selfishly, sure, but really so you guys have more access.
For sure. It's really true.
So that's why we keep doing it. Please keep sharing, keep liking, keep helping us out, because all it's going to do is give you guys just the access, because we do this now for you guys.
That's beautiful. It's beautifully said. Greatest moments.
You all right?
I don't know what the hell is going on. I had a cough drop. I was totally fine. Then I had a cough drop. Now I'm coughing more from my cough drop. Stupid. Go ahead. Greatest moments.
You want me to go ahead and go? Okay, give me a second.
I need you to go.
Okay, got it. That's fine. The one I'll say that when I kept saying the stuff's coming up on my news feed on our memories. When I see that first video, because that was from our first episode, that popped up on my newsfeed because, again, our year one has come up. And that memory alone is like, and when I think about the production and the tools that we had at that time to even do this, I had a big 27-inch iMac over to the right with cords that tried to stretch across, and a blue Yeti, and then his mic. We didn't have any matching shit. And I had no idea how to even hit the buttons right. And I'm sitting there like, okay, now what do I press?
What do I push?
What do I push?
What do I
Like
push?
that, like to go from here to like, there's nothing over here now.
Oh, you had your blue microphone.
I had the blue Yeti. I upgraded to a sheet. We're not using paper.
Oh, we had all that shit.
Like, it looked horrible.
I can't believe y'all watched that. There was nothing on the back. There was nothing on the background.
Yeah, we had packets of stuff that we'd have to page through and whatever. So like, just to see that is awesome to me.
Yeah.
The signed basketball was probably the best moment. just because that just like, oh wow, that we are doing something that actually people watch, like, and love. So that was really, really cool for me.
Yeah,
obviously
dope.
very emotional. I don't talk about it too much because I'll start crying again. Most fun I've had on the show, my mock draft. That was probably the most research. And again, I love research.
Yes, you do.
I love putting that stuff together and seeing stats and then running that and being in front of you guys and having a board of people. And mock drafts are like a passion of mine. So mock draft episode was probably my first. 2.0 will be amazing.
Yep.
But then the bloopers and blunders, those will probably have to be the best things to me, because that's like
that
you guys get
show.
to see us and,
sure.
and we don't edit it out. We want to keep them because you get to see us just be idiots up here. And our catchphrases, like we have so many damn catchphrases that have come through this
On accident
that people are like, I should put that on a t-shirt. We should, and we will.
And we will.
like,
You're right.
like that. Those are my small, like essence of the show that I've taken from the last year that have just been phenomenal.
Those are dope. I can't believe that I actually like stopped coughing just in time to like share my tidbits, because I went on a little coughing thing right there.
You got rid of the cough drop, right?
Yeah, the cough.
Like it's like just.
I did.
Sure.
Just let it go.
Yeah.
I did. But obviously, I agree. Episode 1, bro, we had no clue what the hell we were doing. We literally just pressed record, and I can't wait for you to show that picture, because I have a picture I'm gonna send for you to put in there. It just looks ridiculous. Sheriff Darky story was the most ignorant shit in the world to me. I can't believe that some little kid looked up at you, but I really can, because I know Dublin well enough to know that some little kid did that. The Colts flag, sending it to the homies and having them all get that back to us. You know what I mean? That just tells the connectivity, because we sent that all over the country.
Yeah.
Some of y'all could have stole that flag. You know what I mean? But like the fact that you did it all for the right reason, you sold it, sent the marker, and it got back to us. That is mad dope. Obviously, the basketball, Indy, Gigi, Heidi, the love that we have for those girls is like they become literal fam. So like the fact that they did that and all the homies on the flag. Joey, Craig, Anthony, Wicked. We could go on and on. We'll keep giving shout outs, but some of y'all have literally become like real dead ass homies and fam, and it's just crazy to us.
And as the fam grows, like we'll probably have some more stuff to send around you guys to sign, just because that's like good for us.
No
like,
doubt.
It's just a nostalgia
No
thing
doubt.
for
Like
us.
George Turner, the flag is coming to you soon. Like the homie G Turner, you'll get the flag soon. Like it'll just continue to grow and grow.
And maybe this, I know it's a bonus, but whether we get something on there and like a jersey that we get everyone to sign to, we'll have some more stuff. So the people that are like, oh, and sign the flag, we promise
We got you.
We're gonna get you so you can sign the flag.
We got you. J-Mez, is J-Mez on there? J-Mez signed it, didn't he?
I think so.
I don't know that we got it to him yet.
Did we get it to
I don't
J-Mez?
think we got it to him yet. Jim, we got to get you this flag, J-Mez. But all the goofs and blunders, I agree, bro. Like, there's so much stuff that they didn't see, because it's all like,
my gosh.
there's so much.
There's video and audio of it somewhere. Like
There's so much. There's so much stuff, but forgetting to press record and having to use the wrong audio and all this shit looking ridiculous. Just our production, just being just honest and authentic. I think that's probably my favorite part. Is just literally just our downright authenticity the last year. I agree. Your mock draft episode to me was probably top two episodes. There's some episodes that we've done where we have been really, really in sync and shit has been just flat out clicking and flowing. And I think there's one of those that probably was just better experience wise for me. But the mock draft is right the fuck up there. And then the Deion Sanders versus Barry Sanders, who's the better? I still think about that sometimes. That really like affected my heart when I had to like look at those two and compare those stats. So what's to come? Real quick, man. Just more Penn Pops. I'm excited to do this when our teams actually don't suck. I think that it'll be an even more fun show to do when we can talk about the Pacers and the Colts and, you know, playoffs and Patrick Mahomes versus the quarterback and who's, you know what I mean? I think it'll be really, really fun when we get to dive in on the positivity of our sports teams, because I can't lie, y'all killed the vibe. Some of y'all out there on Twitter, y'all have me real sad sometimes. So I can't wait till we can really, really celebrate teams together, and our Pacers going to the Eastern Conference Finals and shit like that. I look forward to that. That'll be dope. But having a fucking blast, man. See y'all Kilroys, but don't get all the wings because those are ours. Fine print.
Fine print.
That was good. Black quarterbacks on the rise, POPS.
Yeah, black quarterbacks on the rise. Thanks for filling this in because I forgot to. I was going to ad-lib it.
Yeah, no, it's okay. I was like, well, I don't think we should ad-lib this. This is this is real.
Yeah.
We have 2 black quarterbacks in the Super Bowl for the first time in history. And that's a huge deal. Herm Edwards said it best real quick on the history. Back in the day, blacks weren't meant to be in the center or the middle. That meant no QB, no center on the offensive line, no middle linebackers. They thought we weren't smart enough and we lacked the leadership that it took. And we were too athletic, so we were supposed to play other positions.
Too athletic.
I know, nigga. It's crazy. Tony Dungy was a quarterback. They made him switch positions. You know, the first black quarterback was George Taliaferro out of Indiana University, actually. He led them in passing and rushing. And through the 50s and the 70s, there were some, but it didn't really become a thing until, like, you know, the late 80s into the 90s. And I got a list of, you know, Doug Williams, Warren Moon, Randall Cunningham, Rodney Peete, Andre Ware, Charlie Batch, Donovan McNabb.
I always liked Charlie Batch.
He was nice. Dante Culpepper, Cordell Stewart, who they called Slash and made play wide receiver, and made him play wide receiver, actually. And very, very interestingly enough, Dan Orlovsky, shout outs to you on First Take this morning, said... and actually showed a piece of paper. He didn't want to put the actual person on blast who said this, so he didn't show their name. But he showed a printout of what it said about Jalen Hurts coming out of college. It said he is not a top NFL quarterback prospect. His quickest path to a professional career is at wide receiver. He can make a smooth transition from throwing passes to catching them and have a long NFL career. Someone actually asked him at the Senior Bowl if he would consider a possibility of changing positions. This is his Senior Bowl, coming out of college, Jalen Hurts. And he said, I'm a team-first guy, but I'm a quarterback. Now he might go win the freaking Super Bowl.
Yeah.
What the hell is going on with people in black quarterbacks?
Yeah. You know, we kind of talked about when I thought about putting this topic into fine print on... like the history of black QBs and the fact that 3 of the top 4 prospects coming out this year are also black quarterbacks.
Is that Bryce Young, CJ Stroud? Is that Tennessee? Is that Florida?
Well, I'll even say
or
this.
Both.
4 are black. If you go Bryce Young, CJ Stroud, Anthony Richardson, Hendon Hooker.
Yeah.
And then you got Will.
Yeah.
So 4 of the 5
That's
of
crazy.
the top prospects that are coming out
That's beautifully said.
are up there. And it's that the attitude around it is changing. It is good to be athletic.
Oh, looky there.
It's okay to be athletic.
You don't say.
It might actually end up working out for y'all.
It's so silly.
Like,
Keep talking.
Just to give y'all an example. So it's that book, and I forgot to look up old dude's name. You think about we weren't recording or something?
Yep, I was nervous.
Just a nervous little. So I had to check for the red lights. But they talked about the face of which was actually QB on the rise. It's a book, and they talk about how that QB position, we had to leave space for the white quarterback because that was the least athletic position to play, and if we give that to the black community, what will they play? So
You mean the Caucasian people?
correct.
Damn.
So that's like, we don't want that job to be taken away because then we won't have the room. And then they actually talked about, is the NFL a black league or a white league? And really, I don't want to label either one. But when they say it's not recognized as an African-American league, it's because we've been so used to seeing head coach and QB as the 2 positions that they show on camera most of the time and all that kind of stuff. So it's like still considered to be that.
I think the NFL is both.
Correct.
It is a black league on the field. It is a white league everywhere else.
Yeah. And that's probably the best way to put it. That was nice, man.
Thank you.
You got that cough drop out. You just started spitting some game.
Your boy is back. Your boy is back.
Man,
Hey,
that
man.
really cleared you
know what
up.
I'm saying? You want a cough drop real quick? You want to
Nah,
get
I'm good. I'm good. That was great though.
Appreciate you.
But yeah, it's just kind of cool to see. Everyone needs in all jobs in this world someone that looks like them, so they can go, I can do it too.
Woo! That man, woman, trans, gay, black, like you are absolutely right. I just want to see someone who looks like me that has done it before, that was given the opportunity, because now I know that it's possible.
There's too much pressure sometimes to be the first or the only.
Period. Boy, I don't know what the hell happened to us. We are in the zone right now, dog.
Woo!
That is freaking fire. So yeah, man, congratulations to Patrick Mahomes and Jalen Hurts. I actually do have one more question that isn't even on here. Is it a good thing that we're talking about them being black quarterbacks in the Super Bowl, or should it be to a point that they're just quarterbacks in the Super Bowl?
I hope that we get to the point where it's just quarterbacks in the Super Bowl. That's why I came to that pressure of being the only, like, I don't even want y'all to talk to me because I'm just the black guy on the field. I want you to talk to me because I'm a good quarterback.
Thank you. But to some capacity, you almost have to talk about it to give respect to all the people we talked about before them. You know what I mean? So it's like
you have to kind of play both sides of the fence there.
Because if you don't talk about it, the people before us are like, yo, man, like,
Yeah.
this is why we did it.
Yeah, there's pressure. I mean, there's pressure in all fields. We talked about it over the weekend, Black History Month, and there was like they did something in the office that was like Black History.
Tell this story, bro. This is hilarious. Please tell this story. Oh my God, I can't wait to share this clip. This is so fucking funny.
Wonderful coworker is our culture champion. Black History Month, she did Black History bingo, and the game boards had great black people of history on them. And obviously, whatever questions you ask, you say call out, and this will be who that is. So I came in late that day.
Why, Zach? Why, Pops?
2 reasons.
Please tell.
2 reasons.
What?
One, because
Can't be the token. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, I don't want to be the one, because if everyone doesn't know, they're all going to look at me just because I'm the person of color in the office. And they're going to be like, who's that, Zach? 2, I didn't want to not have an answer for them.
He didn't want to not know who somebody was.
So it was a lot of pressure for me.
I have to say, as an African American, if you show me 25 famous niggas in history, I would have a hard time knowing every single one of them
But
on the
I don't
spot.
want them to think, shouldn't you know who that is?
The nerve of you. You know what I'm saying?
And then I could go back and say, name the presidents. And you're going to go, I don't know them all. Right.
They was all white before 45, so figure it out.
Yeah.
Or 44. Which was Barack? 44? 44? I don't remember.
I don't know history. I don't know
remember.
history. I don't know history in general. Take the color away. I'm not good at history.
What a blooper. I'm so happy for that. Moving on. This weekend's Pro Bowl, bro. Did you see it? What did you think?
I mean, we were in Indy. I wasn't watching it.
So they played flag.
Cool.
And apparently, the NFC won 35-33, and apparently they really enjoyed it, and it like brought some life back to the Pro Bowl.
I saw Peyton was like arguing with the refs and stuff. Like he was actually legitimately pissed at the end of the game because some didn't get called.
Yeah, because he lost to his brother.
Right.
You'd be doing
You can't
the same
lose to
thing.
your younger brother.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Feel me? He's like he beat Tom Brady in the Super Bowl. Peyton didn't. You know what I mean?
Right,
You got a
yeah.
lot. There's a lot of stuff
Yeah.
they're gonna be fighting about in commercials.
Twice.
Now. Twice, right?
Like you beat Tom twice in the Super Bowl.
Do I thank you or do I say fuck you? I
Yeah.
don't know how I feel
Yeah.
about that. Either way,
Because you can literally go every single time. At least I beat Tom twice.
in the Super Bowl,
Yeah.
you can even beat him in the AFC Championship,
Right.
So yeah, man, I don't know. I just feel like we had to at least highlight this in there and talk about the fact that, you know, they switched up the thing and nobody got too hurt. But the reason I like this, I think I put it in here, but it gives you a chance to see some of these homies' actual faces.
Yeah,
They're behind them helmets all the damn time, and you wouldn't know some of these dudes who you cheer for.
I don't know any of those guys.
You feel me? At all. So I think this actually gives people an opportunity to like, oh, that's Kirk Cousins, or oh, that's whoever. However, so I do like that about it. So anyway, enough of that. Real quick before we go Super Bowl predictions, is LeBron breaking the record tonight?
Well, I saw, unless it's changed because we've been shooting, he's questionable for tonight.
See, he doesn't care about this game. That's exactly what I thought.
He doesn't want to do this against the Thunder.
That's exactly what I've said, man.
He wants to do this on TNT versus Milwaukee.
Thank you.
Where Giannis was the one that said, I am now the new king.
Yes, he does. I'm so happy we're on the same page. I was giving that was an accidental segue to exactly what I was about to say. You see what Giannis said? Like I think he doesn't care about doing this against the Orlando Thunder.
Now he may play, but he's gonna purposefully.
He's gonna have like 19.
Yes.
He'll have like 19 and 13, and they'll win, and he'll be out by the third quarter chilling.
Yep.
And then he'll come out against Milwaukee and bust for like 40.
Correct. Yeah, he'll break the record and break the record.
Oh, he's about to go.
Yeah.
He's about to go get his Kobe on.
Yeah.
This is about to be unbelievable. Oh, I'm so excited for this fool. So LeBron may break the record the same weekend of the Super Bowl.
Correct.
He's a fool. His timing is perfect. Who wins, bro? Super Bowl predictions.
I have Philly winning. To me, it was going to be between 49ers and Philly. Those were kind of my two. It was definitely an NFC Super Bowl this year to me.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to go with Philly on this one. I just think they have the most complete team on the field right now that don't have as many injuries. Because I think KC does have some injuries out there that
especially out there in that secondary.
Yeah,
it's gonna be rough. If Patrick Mahomes loses his Super Bowl, what does his legacy look like right now?
He's fine. He's still 8?
Not even.
Yeah, nothing to me. I don't think anything goes to his legacy.
Going to the AFC Championship 5 years and getting one ring is not Buffalo Bills-esque.
No, because he's gonna be there again. He's gonna be in the Super Bowl again.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't think which is why I didn't put him on my list yet, because I wanted to see it first before I added him.
So if we did this list a month from now, because we're skipping a thing to take a break for
and I saw All-Star a Super Bowl win,
would he be on your list?
Possibly.
Who would you take off?
Dan Marino.
Okay.
And I could shuffle from in there. Obviously, I'll shuffle around because you'll. You know
what I'm saying? I just wondered. So if he had another Super Bowl win, because he's probably going to win the MVP this year. It's kind of why I put him on my list with that in mind. He's about to win an MVP for sure.
Yeah.
Then he may enter your list and take Dan Marino off with 2 Super Bowls.
And then I probably move him to
4.
And honestly, I might go. Would I take off you? No, I wouldn't take off Unitas because he's actually won championships. I'd take off Dan and go him 4, Johnny 5 for now. And again, he'd just start climbing as he continues his career.
So Patrick would go there for you, and he's 3 for me right now, I think, wherever I put him at. Or 4, he's 4 for me behind. We'd be right there.
Yeah.
All right, that would make sense. All right, cool. Before we close out, I got a little surprise, and I'm very excited about it.
Okay.
Come on, man.
Oh, cakes.
Can't do the 317
Nice.
Sports Project close out without having a cake, bro.
Hey.
Happy 1 year Penn Pops, broski. We out here.
Look at that.
Much love. Put that candle in there. We're gonna blow that biscuit out.
Hell yeah.
All of that shit right there.
That's awesome.
It's 1 year, man.
Take a piece of cake home. Act like I got a
That
piece
is
of cake.
That is a
Fucking
big
love cake.
deal,
Whoever
yo.
doesn't love cake, you stupid.
Yo.
I don't mean to get that thing like cake's great.
Cake is great. Big shout out to Giant Eagle. Your cake is crazy.
Giant Eagle does a good job with cakes.
Eagle cake.
Yeah.
Giant Eagle cake is special.
And cakes in all tenses. I love cake. You know what I'm saying.
I love
Booty cakes.
Keep it all the way 100. I knew exactly what you was talking about.
Yeah.
Ain't no cakes like booty cakes. That trumps giant eagle cake all day.
Are you a cupcake fan?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can get down with the cupcake.
I can fuck with a cupcake for sure. Boom.
Look at that shit.
Put that right in there. 1 year, bro. Cheers to you.
Prost.
Kudos to you.
Keep going. We're in this for y'all.
I'm gonna let that rock out right there. Throw my phones back on, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
317 Sports Project.
We appreciate y'all. 1 year. More to come. Got a lot more to come. So much exciting stuff to come. We're coming.
We will see you in a month. We are taking a break for the All-Star game and all of that stuff. Zach's going back to school. Congratulations to him. He's going to finish some stuff up. So we're taking a 1 month break, which means we're skipping one episode. We will see you back here on, what's it looking like, POPS? What is a month Fridays from now? Not the 24th, the 10th, is that right? The 10th of, yeah, we come out on the 10th now, and then we're back on the 10th of March.
Which is perfect because I'm in Florida the next week seeing Mom.
February 10th, March 10th. We will see you March 10th. Thank you guys so much. 1 year episode drops this Friday, February 10th at 10 a.m. on all the stuff. Like, subscribe, find us, share the 317 Sports Project. We love you guys, man.
Peace.
Cause I was like 2 years old, first time I heard a beat drop.
Yeah,
And by 3 years old, I'm learning how to beatbox.
yeah.
4 or 5 years old when I'm putting on the 45s.
Final.
Needle to the groove, I'm scratching up the sweet spots. Homie from the East Block, in Naptown where the fiends flock. Skip school all day, mama couldn't keep watch. Fresh fade with the Reeboks. Man, nah, nigga couldn't tell me nothing. I'm so sick in my own lane, preteen pimping, all the light skin, red bone loving. Boombox on with the headphones bumping, dreaming to find my niche. Cause I ain't really know back then when I picked up my first notebook and a black pen, that little nigga with a rhyme like this. I wasn't thinking to the days of a dope band, new EPs on a compact disc. Nah, shit, truth be told, I ain't know I could sound like this. For me back then, it was
all a dream. It was all a dream. It was all a dream. It was all a dream.
And this shit right here be the proof dreams do come true. And this shit right here be the proof dreams do come true. And this shit right here be the proof